Hello, my name's Todd Berrett. I'm the director of the server and storage team in the Office of IT. As many of you know, in May of last year, we had a series of events that led to some data loss with some of the servers that were housed in the data center. This has generated a lot of interest in backups, and thanks to some generous support from the university administration, we have some exciting things to talk about today. First and foremost, backups are a part of our heritage. Moroni played a key role in perhaps the greatest restoration of data loss in the history of the world. It did happen in the analog era, but there are a few lessons that are very relevant as we talk about digital transformations. The first is that backups are easy. Anyone can do backups. You just make a copy of what you wrote. Restorations take a lot of planning and preparation in order for them to work successfully when the time comes. The second is that you sometimes have to abridge the large plates. You don't want to fill your most expensive media with things that aren't your most precious bits of data. And the third, of course, is that mountains are a great place to store your backups. I'd like to share a page from our engineering strategy notebook and talk about two offerings that we have to address these problems and to help assure that data stays protected at the university. University data really lives in two types of systems. One is endpoint devices, so desktop computers, laptop computers, many of the devices we carry around with us contain information, university information that's relevant to our stewardships. For these scenarios, we have our Workstation Backup product that we'll talk a little bit more about. Second, data exists in campus servers where we consolidate much of the enterprise data into these servers that run in data centers. These typically have different threats that we need to protect against, and these machines, we know where to find them. We just have a different set of challenges in backing them up. So we'll talk a little bit about those as well. Going into the first, Workstation Backup. This is a product that we've rolled out. It's available to all employees of the university for use on any university-owned machine. It's currently available now. We rolled it out to a limited audience November of last year, and we've since extended that. I'm pleased to announce that it's available to everyone today. And what does it cost? This is a product, we'll talk about the specifics of it, but there's a one-time license fee that licenses us to use the software solution we've built it on. And then there's a low recurring monthly cost, less than $2 per machine, that we've waived for the entire year of 2013, and so it'll begin in January 2014. We want to give you a chance to use the solution, to plan your budgets accordingly, and to make sure that there aren't obstacles like that standing in your way of using it. So it is important to note as well, the one-time license cost has already been paid for a large portion of the machines at the university. So before you run right out and buy it, or before you write it off because you can't afford the less than $50 charge, check with your CSR or other department administrators, because there's a fairly good chance that your machine has already been paid for and you just need to have the software license or installed. So let's talk about the product itself. The Workstation Backup product is available for Windows, Mac, and Linux. It was developed largely with the CSRs that support many of these end devices participating in the requirements gathering and in the selection process for the solution, and then the OIT engineers developing the back end of this so we could scale it efficiently to address the entire campus. It performs real-time backups. As you save a file, it queues that file up for compression and transmission across the network. Retains multiple versions of your files, and it's very customizable. You can pick how often it backs up, how much of your system resources it uses, what it backs up, how often you keep or how long you keep files after you've deleted them. You have a lot of flexibility in that in configuring your side of the backups. In the BYU cloud, in our data center, on our storage, we've allocated enough storage to store about 100 gigabytes of data per user of the system. This is stored on very reliable enterprise storage, and it's kept on premises for those who have concerns about sending data off to other storage places. Because it's stored in our cloud, you're able to restore this from anywhere. You can restore it from the client that you backed it up on, or you can restore it from a web page. There's even a mobile app that you can pull down specific files if you need, if you're not on the computer that you backed up from. And if 100 gigabytes of data backed up isn't enough for you, the solution's very flexible in allowing a USB hard drive or a second hard drive in the machine. You can even, if you have two machines running the client, back one up to the other and vice versa. So a lot of flexibility and a lot of customizability there. Here's the client itself running on my laptop. You can see that the top BYU Cloud destination, I back up about 30 gigabytes to that. I have a USB drive on my desk where I back up about 500 gigabytes, 580, almost 600 gigabytes. Again, along the ideas of bridging the large plates, there are a lot of project files. I'm a hobbyist photographer, so I have a lot of personal images and video that don't really need to go in the expensive BYU Cloud, but that I keep on a USB hard drive in case something were to happen. I'd really like to have those files. Restores are a very simple, easy to understand. In the same client, you just click the Restore tab. You pick where you want to restore from. You can either search for the file name you're looking for or browse the history. You can show your deleted or hidden files, and then you can pick from what day you want the file restored. So I did something a week ago and didn't realize it till now. I want to restore that file from a week ago or 2 weeks ago. You can pick that, where to restore it, and do you want to rename or overwrite existing files. Very flexible solution, something worth taking a look at. And I'd just like to point out at the bottom, go.byu.edu/backup is all of the OIT product documentation as well as links on how to get this. So you want to check that out. It's built on CrashPlan Pro E, which if you follow Gartner is one of their top 2 solutions, and it fits the needs of BYU very well. So it's a very reliable, very proven product. We have a lot of people ask questions about, this is a great solution, I love this. Can I install it on my home computer? This specific solution is licensed for BYU-owned computers only. However, as part of the licensing, we entered an agreement with the company who makes it, Code 42. You can get a discounted rate to purchase a single computer or a family pack of licenses for your own home use. The prices are pretty reasonable. I think they start at about $3.50 a month for unlimited backups, and they go up based on the length of the contract you sign. Same exact client. If you know how to use this, you'll know how to use that. Same functionality, but it's their cloud instead of ours. So, Workstation Backup. To show you how successful of a product this is, here are some statistics. We rolled it out in November, and we have 1,350 devices backing up now, which are backing up over 100 terabytes of data. We're able to compress it about 50%, so it's not consuming a full 100 terabytes in our data center. But the real testament is in the last 30 days, and I checked this morning, this has been updated to this morning. Yesterday, someone restored 30,000 files. In the last 30 days, we've had almost 200,000 files restored for a total of 280 gigabytes. That's a lot of satisfied people, hopefully, right there. That's someone who had a problem, and hopefully the solution helped them. So changing gears to campus server backup. This one may not pertain to as many people in the room, so we'll touch on this. We've backed up university data on university-managed systems for a number of years. We would like to extend this out to colleges and to departments on campus so that they can back up their servers as well. We've purchased a solution. We're in the process of architecting it and getting it certified so that we know that this solution is reliable and we can put our confidence in it. It's a long process, but a few things that I can share with you at this point are this will be optimized for our virtualized infrastructure. So if you're using our VDC or our yCloud product offerings, backups will be very easy. We can copy the whole machine, all of your applications and data as they're running very quickly and efficiently. It's built on Commvault, which if you follow Gartner, is leading the Magic Quadrant. It's a very proven solution, and this system is completely standalone. So if something catastrophic were to happen to our other storage arrays, this has its own storage, its own servers, all discrete and all dedicated to this specific solution, so you don't have to worry about cascading failures. We anticipate having it, jumped ahead there. We're anticipating its launch so that it's available for use before fall semester of 2013. There will be a low monthly cost based on the usage. Again, the hardware and software have been purchased. There are some operating costs that we have to cover, and so we'll have more details on this, and we'll communicate those with the CSRs. If you're not part of that group and have some questions and would like to learn more about this, please feel free to come talk to me, or my contact information will be posted with the Digital Forum website. We'd love to get feedback from you and to help make solutions that help you sleep better at night. So with that, any questions or comments, please feel free to give me a call, and thanks for your time.